Hi everyone, my name's John. Just doing a follow-up video on yesterday. Again, this is kind of for myself. So yesterday I was feeling pretty down, and the big thing was I was trying to determine if I should start taking my meds again. And so what I did today, and at the time, was I made a giant whiteboard, all the things that bother me, that I want to try changing about myself. Ignore this top stuff. This is just what I used the whiteboard for, and ignore this down here. And so what I realized is that there's something I can do for all the things that bother me that don't have to do with meds, right? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give that a shot. So I'm gonna try and just double down on the things that I know that work that aren't medical, medicine rather, and I'm gonna see what happens. If I can improve myself without needing to resort to a pill, then I'll also be, I think, a less dependent person on, or rather, I'll just be less dependent on a medication, and hopefully it'll lead to some growth and just improvements in my life that don't come from a pill. Now the pill would be very easy. So how am I going to do this? The thing that I want to do is by September I want to decide if I need the medication or not. Reason being is that September comes around, I'm starting my master's degree. I really care about that. I want to do well on that, and in order to succeed, I want to put my best foot forward. So essentially what it's going to come down to is I have about a month and a half to try and make things work. So back to the whiteboard. What do we got? Right. So mood. That's kind of nebulous, but I find that what I mean by mood is two things. One, I get sad that I feel fucked up, so really fixing everything else on the list will kind of help with that. But also doing things, like literally just doing stuff, doesn't matter what it is. Could be like volunteering, could be doing chores, could be hanging out with friends. Ideally not doing drugs, because I don't do drugs. That's important. But just doing things makes me happy. It can even be miserable work. I'm happier doing miserable work than I am doing nothing. And then wilderness. I really like being in the wild. I like parks. I like trees. I love trees. I love water. Love beaches. Love hiking. Yeah, I should be out in the wilderness more. Now I can't right now because I can't drive. So that's tough. But come next week, should be good for drive. I'm going to physio in like half an hour. Voice. This one's a bit tricky. This one doesn't bother me so much anymore. So yeah, I reckon I'm just gonna work on mouth exercises. That sounds really weird, but I have a slightly weaker right side of my face. Like I can emote with my eyebrows. See, a little better on the right side, but frowning, smiling, right? This side is a little weaker, so I'm gonna try and strengthen that to make my mouth sounds and mouth shapes more symmetrical. Maybe they'll make things feel a little less weird. Body. Honestly, I've made massive improvements this year compared to last year, but we can always do better. So, what does that say? Jesus Christ, that's hard to read. Anyways, go to the gym, sleep right, eat right. Literally, like, exercise, sleep, food. It's like the most important things of taking care of yourself. And meds, which I'm ignoring because I don't want to take them. Because it's expensive and it fucks me up. And while it would fix a lot of this, the meds would also make me a skinny boy. I don't want to be a skinny boy. I want to be thick. Motivation, same shit. If like you take care of yourself, your motivation will come through, right? So I'm gonna do that. Humor. This one's kind of weird. So I used to have a much better sense of humor, but life stripped it away, is how I describe it. And so I want to get that back. A friend of mine recommended 6 months ago, or about a year ago, God, it must have been a while, he recommended I just start watching comedy artists, see what they say that's funny. Now, I have no idea if that would work. It's enjoyable, right? So, you know what? It's just an excuse to watch YouTube shorts, let's be real. It's funny, though. Maybe I'll learn something. You never know. Cold Turkey. Self-Control. Where am I going with that? Self-Control. What is Cold Turkey? Cold Turkey is this wonderful app that you can block video games with. And certain sites like Facebook, social media, YouTube. So, if I get stuck watching YouTube shorts for 20 minutes, bam, Cold Turkey kicks in and it kicks me off, and it's great. Because goddamn, those YouTube shorts are really, really addictive. What else we got? Ignore that. We're trying to not do this. Do things. You meet people by doing things. Meeting people is good for everything. For practicing socializing, for dating, for making friends, for making connections, even professional ones. Go do some things. I gotta figure out what to do. I really do. And then professional. I should probably have do things down here too, but I don't. That's okay. Just work hard. Or do meds. See, this is the thing, right? Meds are here, and here, and here, and here. Like, it checks a lot of boxes, but it feels like cheating. It really does. It really does feel like cheating. Now, I don't know if that's a healthy thought to have. Some people say they need their medication. I don't know if I need mine. Or maybe I'm just a fool. Maybe I'm struggling to reach baseline for no reason besides pride. I do not know whether or not that's the case, which is unfortunate because I'd like to know. I'd like to know if I've internalized an unhealthy thought pattern, because some people in my family are very anti therapy, anti medication. So I'd like to be able to know if I've accidentally internalized that, or if this is genuinely a good idea and I should be avoiding the medication, because I'm not myself when I take them. I don't know. I'm gonna do some thinking about that. I'm just putting on some medication for tendinitis, speaking of. So, don't get me wrong. I like medication. I just don't know about this medication, right? But yeah, so we'll see how things go. Maybe I'll do a follow-up in a week or so. See how things have gone. I am able to use my wrists a little bit now, apparently. Not much, but hey, I can, if necessary, whisk an egg. Pretty nice. I like my omelets and scrambled. Fried, they're good. I enjoy good fried egg too, but it's nice to have an omelet. It's my go-to in the mornings. Anyways, that's all for now. Feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. And this continues the saga of John does driving while he's in his house. How about that? Anyways, bye for now. Thanks for listening.